JB had a pretty passionate defense of Conley and the calls that he does or doesn't get. What was your view of the way that unfolded late in the game, and did that have an impact on the way this one ended?
I just look at myself in the mirror and see what I should have done better in the third quarter. Trying to understand what they trying to do to keep me, away or like giving me like as soon as I got the ball in the paint, how they were coming, where they were coming from, and it was hard for me to read it. Too many turnover when we had the game under control. That gave them a chance, gave them belief, and after that, they got the momentum and won the game.
Mark, what happened defensively in terms of giving up the threes? It seemed like they had a lot more three-point opportunities in the second half.
They did a good job spacing-wise and reading our scheme and adjusting to our scheme, and they did a good job. And making the shots, obviously, which makes everything else look super good. So they did a good job of reading what we were trying to do, keeping one guy and cutting off so nobody was able to help the helper, and they made the shots. So good adjustment.
Mark, earlier this season, you guys were pretty good at responding when other teams made runs like that. What kept the snowball rolling in that second half?
Couldn't get stopped. Normally, the way you stop the bleeding is by getting stops. Couldn't get stopped. We made some score a little bit, or we made some plays, but you don't get stops. And it felt like they made every shot down the stretch. They made a couple tough ones, and when they didn't, they got the rebound and kicked out for the three, which hurt a bit more.
Offense kind of went cold in the fourth quarter. Is this a situation where?
In the third quarter.
Well, third.
Yeah.
Is this a situation where other players maybe need to lighten the load off of you and Mike, or is it just team effort type thing?
It's just understanding what they're trying to do as a team, collectively, and we gotta make the right decisions with the ball. I don't know if it's facing up and seeing where they're trying to come from. When the ball comes, sometimes they came with the pass, sometimes they came with the dribble, sometimes they didn't come. They did a good job of mixing it up, and I got a little pass happy and trying to make the next play, and got me off my rhythm completely, and lost the game. So,
Anything else? Do you think that Mike gets the same respect that other veterans get?
I'm not going to get into it. I think Mike attacks, and I saw the play that he complained about, and I saw it, and I believe he got hit in the arm, but referees make mistakes just like we make mistakes, and I'm sure they looked at it, they would call, but they don't make mistakes on purpose. I don't believe that. I don't want to believe that. It's irrelevant. We had the game under control. I'm not going to blame the refs for it. We had the game, and I blame myself, not the refs.
Mark, you guys going to be playing tomorrow and have another one 2 days from now. How do you sort of bounce back from this and get back on track?
They're going to do something similar defensively. They're going to switch at the top and maybe three-way switch once the ball or the roller gets past the free throw line into the weak side. So they're going to do the same things short of defensively. So we'll see how we adjust and prepare for that on our offensive side and defensively. They have a player that creates a lot of offense for them. It's creating probably 50 to 60 points a game, either by scoring or assisting. So that's a lot of attention that we have to put on James, obviously, and make him as comfortable as possible, switching schemes, give him different looks on the ball and off the ball, and going at him on the other side making him work. So it's going to be a good match.
Mark, from a defensive standpoint, you mentioned that they were able to adjust against your scheme. Does that something schematically you guys need to look at going forward? What they did is what they did something that can be exploited down the stretch. Do you guys?
Always. They did a good job, I think, of seeing and holding those plays And they outsmarted me on those plays. They did a good job. Kind of read downhill and hitting it out for the little pop and having everybody on the baseline so nobody could stunt. If I would have saw that nobody was behind me, I would have showed instead of played straight line. But I didn't see that nobody was on the backside. Everybody was kind of on the baseline, so the long stunt wasn't there. So I wish I would have saw that. I would have changed the scheme myself on that play. But it's on us. I mean, we got to see it and recognize what they're trying to do. We got to communicate to one another and adjust on the fly, because that's what good players do.
Mark, not the first time you've seen adversity in this locker room. We've seen it over many years. What do you take from the previous times for guys who are maybe young in the league or new to this locker room to kind of help reorient for the remainder of the season?
You regroup and go back at it. That's what good teams do. You lose, you get back to win as soon as possible. You don't allow one bad loss turn into 2, into 3, because that's the easy way. You try to regroup as soon as possible and get back at it and win at Houston.
All right. Thanks, man.